Hello everyone and welcome to day 16 of the 2018 Beer Cartel Beer Advent Calendar. Today we are revealing the Pyrmont Rye IPA from the team at Sydney Brewery. I've got with me Scott Hayward and Tim Hughes. How are you guys?
Well, thanks.
Good, thanks.
As just to kick things off, do you guys mind just introducing yourselves to the good folk at home, just to let them know who you are and what you do at the brewery?
Yeah, no worries. So I'm Scott Hayward, so I'm head brewer at Sydney Brewery. So oversee operations at the Hunter Valley and Sydney as well at our other small brewery house.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm Tim Hughes. I'm the senior brewer here out at the Hunter Valley and also the Sydney Hills Brewery. So I'm predominantly involved in the production, like wort production, pre-pack side of the beer.
Yeah, and so we should probably just backfill people in with regards to Sydney Brewery. I know Sydney Brewery is originally being the Schwartz Brewery that started in the basement of the Macquarie Hotel in Surrey Hills.
Yes.
And that's probably 10 years ago when we first started out. And then that's kind of evolved to being Sydney Brewery. You guys have now relocated to the Hunter Valley. Tell us a little bit about the setup that you have there in the Hunter, because it's part of the Crown Plaza Resort from memory.
Yeah, correct. So it's based on the grounds of the Crown Plaza at Lovedale. So it's got a 18-hectare brew house, 2-vessel brew house, but we've also got a packaging line as well. So we do cans, bottles, and kegs, all on site.
Yeah.
So it's production's on one end and brewing's on the other, so it's got its challenges. So we tank a beer across, but all on site here.
And the fantastic thing about the Hunter Valley is obviously it's a bit of a tourism destination. We actually stayed at the Crown Plaza for my brother-in-law's wedding. I had the experience of basically being able to stay there, and then straight on site was the brewery. So it's pretty cool for people to be able to do a bit of beer tourism in New South Wales and head up the coast. And obviously around the corner from you guys is Potter's Brewery as well, so they can do a couple of breweries at the same time.
Yeah, that's right. There's definitely a very nice area, and there's a little bit of a craft beer scene sort of popping up in this area as well. So it's something that other than just wine.
Well, beer's better, isn't it? We like to think so. So today we're revealing the Pyrmont Rye IPA that you guys brew. Let's crack this open because this is the beer that everyone's going to be experiencing today. You want to tell us a little bit about the beer and the background to it?
So this beer predates both Scotty and myself before we started here, but I believe the origins come back from the Quarryman's Hotel in Pyrmont, I think. So this was brewed because they wanted it beer named after them. So it's an American-style rye IPA.
Yeah.
We use Citra, Simcoe, and Chinook. So there's a very quite a high bitterness. It's around estimated 80 IBUs. Big, hefty dry hop, probably about 5 grams per litre. But what you will notice is also got a lot of quite a sort of a deep sort of malt sort of backbone as well, which sort of balances out the bitterness a bit.
Yep. So tell us about the inclusion of rye in the beer. So rye kind of adds a bit of spiciness, a bit of mouthfeel, which not many brewers use in any beers. I've seen majority I've seen kind of rye often used in IPAs. But tell us about the inclusion of rye and why. Has it always had rye? Is it something that's kind of been a twist on the original recipe?
Yeah, it's something that's always been in there, and I suppose it's to get a little bit of that peppiness or spiciness as you talked about, and counteract some of the heavy malt bill that's in there. Get rid of that, balance out some of that sweetness from the malt, and get a bit of spice in there as well.
This is really just to add a bit of complexity, depth of flavour, something a little bit different to a standard American IPA, really.
Yeah. And tell us a little bit about the future of Sydney Brewery. What do you guys got planned for the coming couple of years? There's obviously the new brewery that's gone in in Sydney. Tell us a little bit about that. Where is it located? Is it a kind of specialty brewery where specialty releases are being made, or what's the what's happening with it?
Yeah, so it's located at the Ridges Sydney Central, so right by Central Station there in Surrey Hills. So the idea being that we'll be brewing seasonals, limited release beers. You will be serving our core range as well, the beers that are produced out here in the Hunter. But we wanted to try and mix it up a bit, and it'll be a good sort of learning experience for us out here as well. Do some trial brews and use it for education purposes, as well as try and reconnect with the people of Sydney, because it's good that we've got a home back in Sydney again.
Yeah, the namesake brewery, perhaps.
Yeah.
That's all good. Well, I want to say a quick thank you for joining us on the video cast today, and it's fantastic to be able to tell the story behind the beers and the brewers, and I'm sure that everyone is going to be enjoying this on the 16th. And cheers from Sydney to the Hunter. Appreciate your time, guys, and look forward to seeing what you guys release and do in the next couple of years, especially out of the new Sydney brewery. Cheers, guys. Have a good Christmas.
Thanks.